And as for the bureaucrats, we simply need to get up earlier than they do and be more relentless. If we want Florida to be first, we have to force change through the system, and that means outworking the system. As school superintendent in Okaloosa County, again and again, our team bumped up against the mindless rules and inflexible thinking that characterized a petrified education system. And to be honest, we did what we thought was right for kids, and we asked for forgiveness later. And I was never thanked by the Deputy Commissar of the Division of Chalkboards of DOE. But I was thanked by a lot of parents. By forcing against the system, Okaloosa schools became the best in Florida and a model for America. And so to attract those Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 companies, or just help mom and pop businesses on Main Street, Florida must become the cradle of common sense solutions. Companies make their location decisions based on the sanity of the regulatory environment. If Florida is to be first on the relocation list, then Florida must be the state that's known for fair play and rational regulations. Our second job, if you'll take it on, is to lash Florida's higher education system, our great universities and colleges, to the needs and the realities of our economy. This country used to be the most robust economy in the world. And now in this country, that did not create a single new job last month, not one, in the whole country. There are 3 million unfilled jobs in America, 1 million of which are in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Amidst historic unemployment in America and Florida, 1 million good jobs are unfilled because Floridians are unqualified to fill them. And meanwhile, an American company is investing $100 million to go co-venture a private university in India to prepare Indian students for the high-paying STEM jobs that American college graduates aren't qualified to fill. This governor, this man, has bet his job on 700,000 new jobs in 7 years. But 700,000 new jobs without 700,000 educated, qualified Floridians ready to compete for those jobs is just another kind of economic crisis. So if we want to know why we can't attract Fortune 100 companies, we have to take an honest look at ourselves. And we have to ask, are we producing the workforce upon which the best companies are built? We lag behind our competitor states. We lag behind the nation in producing college graduates qualified to step into jobs in science, technology, engineering, or mathematics. Our own state jobs agency tells us that in the next 10 years, 60% of the growth jobs will require science, technology, engineering, or math skills. Yet our own university system reports this month that no more than 20% of bachelor's degrees earned by our students have anything to do with these skills that the economy demands. And over the last 10 years, the number of students graduating from our universities with job-ready technology skills has fallen by 50%. Now that scoreboard will have to be turned upside down if we want to make Florida first. Last week, an expanding custom software company in Jacksonville told me they can't find Florida-grown graduates with the requisite skills. So they're creating jobs, all right, but they're bringing in people from other states to fill those jobs. That's not recovery for Florida. We brought transparency and accountability to our K-12 classrooms. We created career institutes and academies in our public high schools, and 75% of the industry-granted certifications those high school students earn are in science, technology, engineering, and math. Jeb Bush is right. Reform is never finished. Success is never final. And so now it's time to inject relevance and urgency into our universities. We no longer have the luxury of producing another generation of graduates steeped in intellectually interesting majors for which there is no job market and whose technological understanding is limited to friending people on Facebook. The market demands more. Our children deserve more, and we must do more to make Florida first. Our third job is to remake Florida in a way that sends a clear signal to the world that this place, more than any other place, is where businesses can grow and families can thrive. Did you know that in Gainesville, 50 new companies are hatching out of research incubators? And the biggest spinoff and most successful spinoff from the University of Florida is no longer Gatorade. It's a pathfinding international company in organ and tissue donation and regeneration. And at the University of Miami, students are today forming more than 100 companies now. Many of these young entrepreneurs will fail, but some will succeed. The question is, will they succeed in Florida? In an angry sea of national economic chaos, Florida can become the safe harbor. Other states have buckled under the weight of burdensome taxes and bloated government. Florida can be the free zone, the state where research, capital, and entrepreneurship converge to form the great new businesses and the high-paying jobs of the future. And so, over the coming days and weeks, I'll be knocking at your doors, asking for your ideas. I'll be asking you to sign up for the mission to make Florida first. Will you sign up? Will you sign up? Now, I know what it's like to do 3 jobs. It's hard. But I know we can do these 3 jobs together because we have to. Because there is no place worse than second place, not when there's a real chance, if we never give in, that we can make Florida first. To my fellow senators, thank you for this honor, which my father would remind me is not an entitlement, but an obligation. And I promise each of you that I will bend myself to the cause of your success. For if you succeed, then Florida will succeed. Our 3 jobs drive Florida's destiny. First, to set the national example of a better, smarter, more ethical government. Second, to lash higher education to the realities of the economy. And third, to build in Florida a safe harbor, a free zone for businesses to thrive and jobs to grow. Winston Churchill said, "What a waste to be a great man in small times." And whether we will be great or even good depends not on words, but on works, on results. But one thing is sure, these are not small times. Yes, these are hard times, but they can be great times. So let us not waste one day or 1 hour, for this is our time, with God's help, to lead the land we love. Thank you.